right. Hello. Okay. Um, mm, mm. Okay. Now I'm ready. Yes. So welcome to the stream. Yeah, let's jump straight into our Perturabo Demon Prince concept / illustration. I hope that you all had a fantastic weekend and enjoyed some rest yesterday. And yeah, let's see where we are at. Where did we left things last last week? Because yeah, once again I haven't touched it since. Yeah, now I remember we were trying to find a way to work with the smoke here. Yeah, trying to give it some 3D, I mean some volume. Yeah, sorry that I started today a little bit later, but yeah, my class went a little bit longer than usual, so yeah, I just needed to do some things in between. But yeah, it's not that late. Well, let's change also the the brush to maintain that consistency. Guard, hello, welcome to the stream. Have you seen the Armored Core 6 cinematic trailer? No, I have not. What? I have no idea what that is. What is it? I assume it's a game, but yeah, I will check it out. But could you explain a little bit more what that is? Now I'm curious. Guard, it's basically a game about mechs. It's amazing. It's made by FromSoft and it has an enormous budget. Okay. Well, I like mechs. So I'm definitely gonna check it out. Back in the day, I was a huge fan of Mech Warrior games, and yeah, I used to play it quite a lot. Man, I always about that. I think I mentioned it at some time, but wouldn't it be an amazing game to do one where you are a Titan Princeps? Just a game about Warhammer40k mech battles. So a mix between action and RPG, where you get to, you know, play with the loadouts, even play with your crew as well. I don't know. I think it would be so awesome. If done properly, of course, like everything. But yeah, if done properly. Dumfries. Hi Miguel, the best 40k artist since Mark Gibbons. Well, thank you. That is very nice to say, but no way. will we see some of your gorgeous artwork in the new 10th edition books? Yes. Yes, you will see more stuff. I don't know where exactly it's going to be. To be honest, I don't want to give away any information. But yeah, I'm working in things. Something you will see, it's been announced already, but on the new Kill Team box with Inquisition, yeah, there are stuff there that I have been painting. Guard, the trailer is so good, it got me trying to draw robots. Okay, you are you are making me very interested. It would be amazing, and from what you are saying, you are going to flip out when you see Armor Core. Okay. I mean, you are building big expectations now from me. And is it a game that's been announced a long time ago, or this is the first thing that's been announced? Um, Lazarus, hey Miguel, good to see you Perturabo in today. Thank you. By the way, in 40k, which faction do you favor personally? Well, I like plenty of them, but I have a soft spot for Space Marines. I'm a Space Marine guy. I cannot... yeah. I'm obsessed with Space Marines. But after Space Marines, I really do like the Imperial Guard. And in a more wider sense, anything related to the Imperium of Man. I think it's the most interesting faction of all humans. Pontus, hey man, how are you doing? Gart, then you should check out the gameplay trailer they just released a couple of days ago. You won't be disappointed. All right, so they have a cinematic trailer and a gameplay trailer. Okay. That sounds nice. Guard, it got announced last year, but it will be released this late August. All right. I mean, if anything, I would love to be some sort of kind of hardcore simulator type of thing. So, but if it's already being marketed as an action game, I guess it's gonna be more light in that regard, which is nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I really like the simulator type of games. And if it's more action and more light in that sense, at least that there is a lot of RPG elements, as I was mentioning before. I don't know. But I'm just speaking without having any clue about what. Yeah, it's like more about my wish list of things that I would like to see on a mech game. And even and then the absolute best that I would love is just like certain way where you can build your own mechs. There is this game, I don't know if you know about. It's an indie game, and I think it's an absolute masterpiece. It's how's it called? Oh my goodness! Yeah, just let me just change the screen 1 second. Yeah, High Fleet. It's called. Yeah, High Fleet. So I think it's an absolute masterpiece of a game. So it's about it's a mix between moon landing type of game and some arcade type of combat system, but then with a strategy game. But you have the possibility to build your own ships on your fleet. And I have spent hours and hours just trying to build the perfect type of ship for my own way of fighting. So customizing it, it's just I love that stuff. So that would be my dream type of take on a game about mechs. Yeah, today sadly it's gonna be a shorter stream. Yeah, because oh surprise, I'm very tired. Yeah, so it seems that my original schedule for the streams were to stream during 2 hours, but it seems that it's just transforming, or the trend is just going into less than that because I cannot keep it up. Even though I would really like to have a little bit more endurance, but yeah, I get up very early every day, so that makes it very difficult. Dumfries, I look forward to seeing your Inquisition artwork. How does it work when you are painting things in advance for 40k? Do they show you minis or concept art? Obviously, it comes with an embargo. Well, yes, of course, everything is super secret, and yes, of course, they have to share with me everything that it's gonna be. So yes, I see a lot of cool stuff in advance. So yeah, I feel very privileged in that way. I can see lots of miniatures a very long time ahead of everybody. So that's pretty cool. I mean, something that you need to understand is that the whole process of creating the miniatures and the expansions or whatever for Warhammer, it's a very long process. It takes such a long time and so much work and so many people involved until you see the products in the store. So yeah, it is a very very long process. It takes time to do things. Pontus, yeah, the trailer is from 4 months ago. It is a game from Software. I haven't played the other game, but it has been a really long time since the series got a sequel. All right. Now that you are mentioning that, I think it rings a bell. A bell. It rings a bell. I wonder how that sounds. Yeah, it rings a bell. Guard apparently is a very old franchise of the studio, but it got a bit abandoned. All right. Lazarus, the Imperium is very interesting. The least villainous in a galaxy is full of nightmares. I like them too, alongside the Tau and the Necrons. Well, I think the least villainous might be the Tau, right? And followed by the Eldar, perhaps. I would say, even though they are not angels, don't get me wrong, but yeah. I mean, yeah, humanity, I don't think they're pretty nasty, to be honest. As a civilization, I mean. But yeah, for me, it's the most interesting one. I guess it's because they are the most relatable ones. And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Space Marines, it's something that I don't know. Since I was a kid, I'm obsessed. And something to prove that is my tutorial on how to paint Space Marines. If anybody just went to take such a long time to make a specific tutorial about how to paint Space Marines, need to be obsessed with it. So yeah, that's me. It took me, yeah, I don't know, like a year and a half to do the whole tutorial series. Quite crazy. So a tutorial that, if you are not aware, you can see here on my YouTube channel if you haven't seen it, and if it's something that you are interested. But yeah, the full fantasy of the Space Marines, I think it's awesome. Guard. Oh yeah, the mech customization is through the roof. Is 60% of the gaming experience. All right. Sounds awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it up. Guard, don't worry about the stream. At least we get to see Perturabo getting the new makeup for the week. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I genuinely enjoy doing the stream and talking to you guys. I really do. It's just that yeah, like I said, Lord Commander Dante is imposing very strict uh, daily routines, and one of those is just to getting up extremely early. So it's one of these things that I've been experiencing um, getting older, and it's just before I could stay awake for hours and not get affected at all during the day, but nowadays is, yeah, no, I cannot do it anymore. And that is a shame, because at the same time I'm very much a night person, so I really really enjoy staying up late. But now that the trade-off is that that would mean that I would have to uh, wake up much later in order to be rested, and that's not possible. But yeah, enough talking about my daily routines. That's boring stuff. Who cares, right? um, Taylor, amazing work. Well, thank you, much appreciated, and welcome to the stream. Lucius, hey, how are you doing, man? Welcome. Love this take on Perturabo the Rust King. Thank you. Yeah, I like this idea of rust iron. Again, like as I mentioned before, I think it just illustrates so perfectly this concept of the double-edged sword of the gifts of chaos, right? It's like, yeah, you will become immortal and super powerful, but it's always like a corrupted side to it. So the Lord of Iron becomes like Lord of Rusted Iron. Well, but yeah, wouldn't it, I mean, again, wouldn't it be amazing? A mech game based on the Titans of 40k. I mean, I would love to play a game like that, done properly, of course. Oh wait, what? Did I just... I did it again? Oh, I hate this. Okay. Yeah, I hate when that happens, and it happens often. But yeah, imagine all the levels of customization that you could get, because it wouldn't be just about the gear and setup of the mechs themselves, the Titans. But I mean, would be about, yeah, your crew, because you have a crew, and that if it's based on Titans, because it could be based on knights, which in that case it would be then more like a mainstream type of a mech, right? So it's just one person manning the mech. But yeah, the possibilities, whew, so many very, very cool things that could be done. And it would be an adaptation that would be quite straightforward. It wouldn't be like other aspects of 40k that would be more challenging to adapt, like a first-person shooter, for instance, like let's say Dark Tide, where you need to expand and show like a hive, and it's not about battles, but one about straight war battles, and on the scale, to the scale of Titans, then I mean, so much easier, and still would be so nice. I mean, yeah, so many I can see so many possibilities. I mean, obviously, a great opportunity to expand the universe and dive into some very interesting aspect would be the customization aspect, and see um, how the world of the mechanics work. Um, all the menials, how they work, and internal dynamics, and yeah, I don't know. Mm-mm-mm. Morocco, try Titanfall. It's all about giant mechs fighting. You will love it. Well, of course, yeah, I know about Titanfall. I love the look, but it's I'm not that interested. I don't have anything against it. I think it looks fantastic. It's just that it's a little bit too much like Call of Duty for me at the moment, and I think I have fallen out of that type of games. I mean, I used to play quite a lot back in the day, and I think it's just like, yeah, I'm not that interested anymore. Not that I wouldn't have fun if I play it. It's just that, yeah, I don't have that much time as I used to be to play games. So I'm more selective, and yeah, but yeah, Titanfall is awesome. I think the designs are fantastic. I like them a lot. It's just, but you see, for example, when I was saying that I enjoy more kind of a simulator type of game for mechs, because even though a pure action game I might enjoy, I cannot. I don't enjoy it that much, and I think Titanfall is too much. Yeah, like Call of Duty type of thing, but just sometimes you can have a mech. While I really want to immerse myself into, yeah, like set up your stuff, repairing, and more like a campaign type of thing. Yeah, that's also an interesting aspect of this game. Would it be more like a PvP or more like a campaign type of game? Because I can enjoy definitely a PvP aspect to it, um, but I would be more interested in a more like RPG type of experience for a mech game. Oops. But again, that's just a extremely personal preference. Salty Cracker. Does anyone know how Vulcan looked before Nocturne turned his skin? So suit. What is that? Sorry, I'm not very good with English. Or was it from the start? Good question. Well, I guess nobody knows. But my interpretation is that he would be Caucasian. And or more than that, I don't know. But I mean, you could argue that since he kind of born once he got out of the capsule, right? I mean, we don't know exactly how old that thing process was, but if he was created in a laboratory and those capsules were like wombs, perhaps. then you could argue that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I will say like white skin, Caucasian, any tone, I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of how I envision him. Um, Lucius, as long as they don't try to show 40k Titans back flipping, it should be a solid game. Well, that would be awesome. That would be such a no-no, right? But I mean, to be honest, again, that it's if it's just focused mainly on Titans, but again, it could be about knights, and some of the knight classes which are pretty light and nimble. I mean, maybe not a backflip, that would be a little bit too much, but still some of them could be pretty nimble. So perhaps that could be nice. But for instance, a game that could include both knights and titans for me would be the perfect thing. Something as if any of you used to play like these mech warrior games, I mean, you could have like huge mechs, right, and very tiny ones, and even play in some cases with like a human mech suits, so to speak, yeah, like which you were very easily killed, obviously. But I mean, you had that range of scale and was awesome. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. I think it could be fantastic, and in terms of all the different type of enemies that you could play against, right? Just imagine. Uh, you wouldn't necessarily need to just uh, stick to one type of faction as an enemy. I mean, it could be. I think it would be a dream type of game to play for me personally. And I'm actually pretty surprised that nobody has come with an idea to do such type of project. Because again, I mean, I think it would be relatively straightforward type of game to do. Without many of the hurdles that come with other type of adaptation of the setting. As again, as I'm say, for example, like Dark Tide, or yeah. Salty Cracker, I would think maybe more Greekish. Yeah, perhaps. I don't. To be honest, I am not that. Uh, at the moment, I don't remember much of the details around Vulcan. I mean, about his backstory, but in terms of his origins, sorry, his origins, aside from Nocturne, we know so little, right? Sorry, 1 second. It's Dante. Would I need to go and check on him? I don't know. I think it's okay. All right. Yeah, so what were we talking about? Yeah, I need to go and check on him. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. False alarm. Well, kind of. Yeah, what were we talking about? Yes. Make games. But yeah, all those games that kind of offer you the possibility, I mean, to play on that wide range of vehicles. Like, I mean, if we stick to 40k, right? If you could play with an Emperor type Titan, or with one of the tiniest Knight models, and imagine that you had to, in some missions, just to fight some big manifolds of Titans or something like that. The challenge, or you have to play with others in order to defeat them, and I don't know, it will be almost a suicidal mission and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it would be awesome. And such a type of game would offer the opportunity to really dive into the big scale and epicness of Warhammer 40k, right? Without any restraint. Guard. It has campaign missions and farming for parts of your mech based on old games I have seen. But a multiplayer dueling system is heavily implied. Okay, then awesome. Yeah, sounds sounds great. Because again, I I do enjoy a lot multiplayer games. I'm a very competitive person, so I like that aspect of competing with others or cooperating. I mean, I'm also like a huge fan of co-op games. Therefore, I'm having such a blast playing Darktide. Which, by the way, if any of you are playing the game Darktide, and sometime want to play together, I will be definitely up to it. Yeah, I am playing a lot Darktide. I love it. Look how far we have got. So this is what we had originally, right? And this is where we are now. Pro 4210. Oof, looks great. Thank you, thank you. Guard, by the way, have you already said why you are painting Perturabo? Well, yes, but a while back when I started painting it. So yeah, that's maybe more than a year ago. Because this is an old piece that I just left and finished and took it back like 2 weeks ago or 3, can't remember. So yes, basically Perturabo is one of the trader Primarchs, one of the few ones that that despite of joining Horus, he was very much against once he gets to understand what chaos is and the demons and all those type of things, he's very disgusted and really hates it. So I'm not 100% sure, but we never get to know exactly what happens to Perturabo after the millennia, right? He left, but he wasn't following any gods, and he despised everything related with the warp. But still, he went to to the Eye of Terror, and it says to rule into a demon world or something like that. So I'm not sure if it's completely canon that he became a demon prince, which I'm not sure. So I like the idea of exploring Perturabo Demon Prince, because even if it's lore official that he became a demon prince, nothing is said of him on that stage, and there is no image, there is no illustration done of Perturabo Demon Prince. So I thought it was a pretty cool idea, and I felt that I would like to take a take on it. So that's the reason. So that's why I decided to get a pretty close look to his original being, right? Before any corruption. So that's why I took as a reference the official miniature of his, and take a go into how he would look like in a demonized stage, but not going too crazy on it, because again he's supposed to be dislike the warp. So I thought it's like to find some kind of middle ground between, yeah, he became that same thing that he hated of what his brothers became, the ones that became demon princes, but nevertheless he ended up in the same way, and kind of find like a nice twist in that regard. So I envision him like he was known as the Lord of Iron, and has a very big ego, so that his demonhood would kind of enhance him as a king of iron, not just lord but king. So therefore, like, this kind of crown that kind of protuberates from here, but at the same time that twist, so it's rusted. He become rusted. It's not strong iron, but it's just like, yeah, corrupted, etc, etc. So that's why of the color. And then, yeah, he's kind of his armor has become part of himself even more than what it was in life. So he just have become this kind of biomechanical demonic monstrosity type of thing. That's kind of the idea that I'm going for. I mean, kind of mixing the same concept of the what's their name? Well, these Chaos Space Marines that kind of demolishers, are they called? Yeah, can't remember now. The ones that kind of transform their bodies in different weapons, that they are infected by a virus from the warp that kind of melts their bodies with the metal of their armors, and yeah, it become this kind of weird thing, biomechanical thing. So kind of, and the Iron Warriors are the ones that are, as far as I recall, are the ones that are mostly affected by this virus. So therefore, I thought it was a very suited idea to run with for their Primarch as a demon prince, but still not going fully on the route. So just trying to find a middle ground for all these type of things. So not going 100% in that direction, but finding a middle ground. But at the same time, yeah, what I did so far before I left this piece was that, yeah, it was a little bit too on the low end. So now I'm trying to push it a little bit more and try to make it a little bit more demonic and twisted. But yeah, it's a slow process. Juan, hola Miguel, very happy to get in one of your streams. Good night. Juan, bienvenido. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. Pontus, yeah, I have not played in a while, but I want to play Dark Tide again. Well, Pontus, you know where to find me. But yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, I guess the difficult part is gonna be to find the time that we both can. But yeah, we have to be some evening. But yeah, let's do it. Like plain evening, drinking some beers. Perfect. Man, I have become so much better from last time we played. I have improved. Thankfully, after after all this time that I've been playing. But it's kind of funny. I find the game extremely addictive. One of the things that I'm enjoying the most is the fact that each mission, even though I mean you have played end up playing the maps plenty of times, but it's just each run is different. And you get to so many crazy situations, and yeah, I don't know. I like it a lot. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it is scheduled for the end of this month or mid of this month. They are going to release a new map. Pigael, I might not be the first one to ask that, sorry, but isn't it strange to have him looking away from his target? I understand, yeah, in some way, but if I don't know how familiar you are with the Primarchs, but they are like demigods. So, and especially Perturabo, where he has so many enhanced mechanical things on his armor and optics and stuff like that. So in some way, yes, but I mean, he is more focused on us, so he's looking at us, but he's more like, I mean, imagine that he's how do you say, I want him to engage with us, but at the same time he's firing and he can how do you say, in the lore he's supposed to be able to definitely shoot without looking with his eyes. I think, I mean, I haven't seen that specifically or so it's specific, but I mean, to my understanding, that's something that could fit perfectly the character, and even any other Primarch, to be honest. But yeah, I get your point, and yes, I'm aware that that it might look a little bit strange for certain. And yeah, what Pontus is saying, yeah, the Primarchs are, yeah, like ridiculously overpowered beings. I mean, in any practical terms, they are as powerful as any kind of antiquity god, you know, like Zeus or Odin or Thor or anything like that. I mean, they are just, yeah. In practical terms, they are gods. As again, as understood in the antiquity, not maybe in present time, but yeah. All right, it's time to do something with this exhaust pipe. again, let's see, this thing with the flames, I'm just thinking of going back to this idea of the like the hellish furnace inside of him, right? That like another metaphor for his rage and anger. It's like it burns hot, but at the same time kind of ties very nicely with the the image of the Iron Warriors and him being so good with building stuff like a smith and with technology, etc., etc. So yeah, let's see if I can pull this off. But those are the ideas that are going through my head at the moment. And again, I'm doing everything like everything very stylized, a very rough style. Something that I normally don't do much, or to this extent. Actually, the more I'm thinking about it, like as an idea, I really like the fact of like some kind of flaming pyres on his back, which are the actual exhausts of. Let's see. I need to, and it need to feel kind of oily as well. But I think this this is something that I'm gonna have to spend some time playing around to see how I can portray this idea in a nice way. Um, I mean, yeah. At the same time, I'm just looking and I don't know if it's a little bit too much. Um, I mean, it's like this type of things where it's just you need to find that balance because I don't want him to become something a little bit too gimmicky and like a toy, you know, with like plenty of lights and stuff going on everywhere. Um, so maybe I need to be a little bit more subtle, kind of hinting into that. Let's see. I mean, that's what that is one of the main challenges of creating anything on the 40k universe. It's just like it's so easy to fall into tropey things and gimmicky and kind of toy look like, which kind of diminish its appeal, at least in my eyes. uh, well, okay guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. um yeah, there's plenty of things to continue with for next week. uh so yeah, we'll see. I'm still not sold. Oh, again, I was painting on the reference layer. We'll have to see how I do that. I mean, one of the advantages I have is that since I'm going with a very painterly and rough style painting, I think I'm gonna try to treat this as a little bit as I'm doing here with the lava here, which it's gonna be very abstract type of thing. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, again, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks everybody for joining and saying hello on the chat. And yeah, see you next week at the same time. So yes, stay safe and healthy and paint and draw a lot and take care of yourselves. All right. See you. Bye bye. And by the way, sorry, I think I missed some of your messages because they didn't show up on my chat displayed. So sorry about that. Yeah, for some reason it stopped showing me your messages at some point. I'm very sorry. All right. As I said, take care and yeah, see you next week. Bye bye.